And welcome to The World Today. I'm Li Dongning in Beijing, where authorities are briefing the media on the progress in building China's strength in cyberspace in a new era. Let's listen in.
Ladies and gentlemen, 大家上午好。欢迎出席中共中央宣传部新闻发布会。
Good morning. Welcome to the press conference of the Publicity Department of the Central Committee of the CPC. And today, we are delighted to be joined by the Vice Minister and spokesperson of the Office of the Central Cyberspace Affairs Commission and the CAC. And he will brief us about building China's strengths in cyberspace and answer your questions. Also, we are joined by Mr. Yang Shuzhen, Director General of the Policy Research Department, Mr. Zhang Yongjun, Director General of the Comprehensive Management Department, Madam Sun Weiming, Director General of the Cybersecurity Coordination Department, Mr. Wang Song, Director General of the Information Department, and Madam Qi Xiaoxia, Director General of the International Cooperation Department, and Mr. Zhang Yong, Head of the Cyberspace Communication Department. Ladies and gentlemen, friends of the media, good morning. I'm pleased to attend this press conference on China in the past decade, and thank you for your long-standing attention and support for the work on cybersecurity and information technology application. Today, my colleagues and I will brief you on the building of China's strengths in the cyberspace in the new era and take your questions. Since the 18th Party Congress, the Party Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core has taken the initiative to follow the development trend of information revolution, attached great importance to and coordinated cyber-related work, and realized historic achievements and changes in this field. General Secretary Xi Jinping charted the course and raised a series of groundbreaking new ideas, observations, and strategies, thus forming the important thought on building China's strengths in cyberspace with rich and sophisticated connotations. Under the guidance of this important thought, China is making big strides toward a leading country in cyberspace. And these are what we have achieved. First, the party's centralized and unified leadership on cyber-related work has been enhanced. The Party Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core identified the important principle of party's leadership over cyberspace. We reformed relevant mechanisms and established the Central Leading Group for Cyber Affairs. Provincial, prefecture, and municipal party committees have set up Cyberspace Administration Commissions, and a series of documents such as the opinions on strengthening cybersecurity and information technology and the 14th Five-Year Plan for Cyber Administration were issued. All competent authorities are required to fulfill their responsibilities in cybersecurity to truly deliver the principle of party's leadership over cyberspace. Second, there are more mainstream and positive energy in cyberspace. We better communicated party's new theories to the people, promoted positive energy, carried out major promotions on major themes, and strengthened and improved international communication in the cyberspace. Over 100 major promotions were carried out every year with many highlights. We also held the 500 online presentation of work, which is full of positive energy. Positive energy became prevalent and good voices become the strongest sound. We improved online risk prevention mechanism to promote ideological and political security in the cyberspace. Third, the comprehensive cyber governance system has been improved. We released the opinions on accelerating the establishment of a comprehensive cyber governance system and promoted preemptive and coordinated cyber governance. Since the launch of the Clean Cyber campaign, we focused on such prominent issues as unhealthy fan culture, the problems with internet accounts and a number of other issues. More than 20 billion pieces of illegal and unhealthy information and nearly 1.4 billion accounts have been removed. We also launched the China Internet Civilization Conference, encouraged good netizenship, strengthened integrity in the cyberspace, and strived to create a clean cyberspace. Fourth, building of cyber infrastructure has accelerated. China ranks first in the world in the number of internet users and the number of national top-level domain names, and the overall level of internet development ranks second. From 2012 to 2021, the size of China's internet users grew from 564 million to 1.032 billion. The internet coverage rate increased from 42.1% to 73%. The world's largest 5G cyber and fiber optic broadband were built, with a number of 5G base stations reaching 1.845 million, and 5G mobile phone users exceeding 455 million. All prefecture-level cities were empowered by optical fiber, and all the administrative villages and villages out of poverty have access to broadband connections. The scale deployment of IPv6 was effective, and the number of owned addresses ranked second in the world. Our IT infrastructure is increasingly featuring faster speed, integrated space and land-based development, cloud technology, smarter, more convenient, greener, and safer development. Fifth, the digital economy is gaining momentum. China ranks second in the world for many years in terms of the scale of digital economy, which grew from 11 trillion yuan in 2012 to 45.5 trillion in 2021, accounting for 39.8% of the GDP, up from 21.6%. The scale of e-commerce and mobile payment transactions rank first in the world. The foundation of digital industrialization has become more solid. We hosted 5 Digital China Summits. 6 breakthroughs were made in independent innovation of core information technologies. We have maintained our advantages in a number of areas. The global network of Beidou navigation satellites is in place. The independent research of 5G and chips have been improved. We also made progress in the research of big data, cloud computing, artificial intelligence, and blockchain. The number of China's PCT international patent applications in IT sector exceeded 30,000, accounting for more than one-third of the world's total. Seventh, IT has delivered more benefits and convenience for the people. Information services have been accessible nationwide, internet plus education and health have leveled up, digital-empowered pandemic response has been effective, the building of digital government and digital villages has been accelerated, and there are more than 1 billion registered users in the integrated government services platform, and many government services can be accessed online. 8. Cybersecurity protection has been improved. We established a protection system and enhanced the protection of core technologies and data, as well as personal information. We carried out cybersecurity reviews in a well-regulated manner, and also we worked on enhancing the cybersecurity disciplines and talents cultivation. There are greater public awareness of cybersecurity protection in whole society. Ninth, we make progress in the rule of law in cyberspace. The cybersecurity law, the data security law, the personal information protection law, and other 100 laws and regulations were introduced. We put in place a law enforcement bureau in cyberspace and cracked on a number of violations. In the first half of this year, we talked to 3,491 websites and platforms in accordance with law, suspended the function of 419 websites, took down 177 mobile applications. Together with relevant departments, we revoked the licenses and shut down 12,292 illegal websites. In July this year, based on identified evidence, we imposed a fine of 8.026 billion yuan on DD in accordance with law. Tense international cooperation in cyberspace has deepened. The World Internet Conference has been held for 8 consecutive years, and an international organization of the World Internet Conference has been established. We published the concept paper and action initiative for building a community with a shared future in the cyberspace. General Secretary Xi Jinping's important views have been widely shared in the world. Facing a new era and a new journey, we will adhere to the important thoughts of General Secretary Xi Jinping on building a leading country in cyberspace, forge ahead with courage and perseverance, and strive a new chapter in the building of China's strengths in the cyberspace, and contribute to the realization of the second centenary goal. Thank you. And now the floor is open to questions. Please identify your media affiliation before raising the question.
Thank you. I'm with Zhongxin News. From your briefing, we can see that since the 18th National Congress, great progress has been made. Can you tell us the secret code to these achievements and what are the arrangements for the future?
Thank
you for your question. I hope my answer can provide you with the secret code to our success. Looking back on the development of cyberspace affairs in the new era, our greatest impression is that its rapid development, tremendous changes, and remarkable achievements are possible fundamentally because of the strong leadership of the Party Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, and because of the guidance of Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics in the new era, especially the important thinkings on building China's strength in cyberspace. As the core of the CPC Central Committee and the core of the whole party, General Secretary Xi Jinping has personally led and directly promoted the development of cyberspace affairs, which has pointed out the way forward and provided fundamental guidelines for our works. Since the 18th National Congress of the CPC, through real practice and innovation, we have gained much precious experience, mainly including we must stay committed to the party's supervision over Internet and strengthen the party's comprehensive leadership over work on cyberspace. We must be guided by theory and carry out work with the guidance of Xi Jinping thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics in the new era, especially General Secretary Xi Jinping's important thinkings on building China's strength in cyberspace. We must put people front and center and give them greater sense of fulfillment, happiness, and security. We must stay committed to reform and innovation and explore a way to govern cyberspace with Chinese characteristics. We must stay committed to overall planning and coordination and build synergy for building China's strength in cyberspace. We must stay committed to opening up and cooperation and promote the building of a community of shared future in cyberspace. During the 14th five-year plan period and for a longer period of time in the future, we will continue to summarize and carry forward the experience gained since the 18th National Congress and effectively apply them in all aspects and the entire process of our work. In accordance with the requirements of strong capacity in technology, content, foundation, talents, and international discourse, we will strive to make important breakthroughs in major areas and achieve leapfrog development in cyberspace and greater comprehensive capacity in cyberspace, and ensure that an initial framework of work on cyberspace supporting the building of a modern socialist country in all respects will be set up. There will be more positive energy, a healthier internet environment, improved industrial system and remarkable results in building a more civilized and well-regulated cyberspace. The ability to safeguard cybersecurity will be improved, and the capacity for independent innovation and industrial development will be enhanced. The comprehensive strength of information infrastructure will reach a globally advanced level, and digital governance and digital society governance will be improved. The international influence of cyberspace will be significantly enhanced, and important progress will be made in building the community with a shared future in cyberspace. Next question, please.
谢谢。第一财经记者提问：那么数字经济可以说是为全球经济发展增添了新动能。那么在第5届数字中国建设峰会上发布的报告显示，我国的数字经济规模为全世界第二，2021年的总规模达到了7.8亿元。那么请您介绍一下我国推动数字中国建设的一些成果。那么未来将如何抢占数字经济的发展机会？
in 2021. So, what are the achievements in building a digital China, and how do we seize the opportunities of the future? Thank you for the question. I'd like to refer this question to Mr. Wang Song.
关于那个数字中国的建设。
About the building of a digital China, actually since the 18th Party Congress, the Party Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at the core has made systematic and coordinated plans for building a digital China and has made remarkable achievements. First, leapfrog development in digital infrastructure. In terms of ICT, China is now leading in 5G, a big progress from the 3G and 4G era. China is home to over half of the 4G base stations in the world, and our 5G base stations reached 1.854 million. The number of 5G users exceeded 450 million. All prefecture-level cities are fully empowered by the optical fiber networks, and all administrative villages have access to broadband networks. China now ranks the second in the scale of computing power, and the number of active IPv6 users reached 700 million. Second, the value of data resources has been tapped at a faster pace. From 2017 to 2021, China's data production increased from 2.3 ZB to 6.6 ZB, ranking second in the world. The size of the big data industry rise from 470 billion yuan to 1.3 trillion yuan. The effective data sets of provincial public data open platform reached nearly 250,000. Third, we now have one of the largest digital economy worldwide. China's digital economy in 2021 is more than 4 times that of 2012, accounting for 39.8% of the GDP. The revenue of large-scale IT manufacturing industry and software businesses grew to 1.7 times and 3.8 times of that of 2012. Digital transformation in various fields has accelerated, providing strong support for the real economy to become better and more efficient. Fourth, we have improved the effectiveness of digital governance and services. China now ranks the 9th globally in Online Government Services Index. Now many government services can be accessed online regardless of physical locations. And also these services can be accessed in different provinces. Digital-empowered pandemic response accelerated data interoperability and sharing. The wide use of health code has reached an unprecedented level, and the system has become more secure and stable. This year, the carrying capacity of health code systems nationwide has increased by an average of 7 times. Fifth, people-friendly digital services expanded coverage at a faster pace. The number of China's internet users increased from 564 million to 1.032 billion, and the internet coverage rate reached 73%. We've put in place the world's largest online education system and the integrated national medical insurance information system. Telemedicine covers more than 90% of counties and districts nationwide. The Internet-empowered poverty alleviation efforts has helped win the battle against absolute poverty. The building of digital villages made steady progress. Both urban and rural residents can share the fruits of digital development. At present, The changes and the pandemic, both unseen in the century, pose new challenges to China, including demand contraction, supply shocks, and weakening expectations. All these raise higher standards and higher requirements for accelerating the development of the digital economy. Digital development bears on many aspects. We will strengthen systematic thinking, follow the master plan, accelerate breakthroughs on key and core technologies, and make solid progress on infrastructure to strengthen the foundation of digital economy. We will establish and improve the system of data elements and resources to boost digital development. We will promote digital transformation in an innovative way and advance the development of key digital industries to enhance the core competitiveness of digital economy. We will continue to improve the digital economy governance system and enhance cyber and digital security. To promote the well-regulated development of the digital economy. We will actively participate in international cooperation on digital economy and build a community with a shared future in cyberspace to let the fruits of digital economy benefit all peoples. Thank you. Next question.
Thank you for your time. Question from Bloomberg. Two questions, actually. So the first one is regarding companies that manage data and who are seeking overseas IPOs. I wonder, could you tell us some of the latest details? For example, how many such applications has the CSE processed? And how are those reviews conducted? Are they, for example, conducted under a tiered approval system according to the sensitivity of the level of a company's data as reported by some media? So that's my first question. And if I may, a second question that asks about Didi. Its app hasn't resumed yet, and that has led to some speculation that there might be more regulatory requirements pending or more regulatory actions pending. Can you share the latest progress in the case? And does the $1.2 billion fine that you mentioned mean that your probe has finished? Is it concluded? And can Didi expect to soon get back to signing up new users and pursuing its expansion plans? Thank you. Thank you very much.
好，请翻译一下。
您好，我是彭博社记者，我有2个问题。第一个问题是关于那些想赴国外上市的公司，接受审查的这个问题。我的问题是，现在广信办收到了多少的申请了，以及这个审查具体是如何开展的？是否像有些媒体报道的一样，是按照数据敏感度高低进行的这种分类的审查？这个问题是关于滴滴的。现在有一些猜测，也就是对于滴滴的这个安全审查以及相关的行动是否还没有结束？刚刚您已经提到了对滴滴做出了12亿的这个罚款的这个决定，那么这是否意味着审查已经结束了？如果审查结束了的话，是否意味着滴滴已经可以开始接收新的用户，并且继续的执行原有的一些业务扩张的计划？谢谢。
谢谢彭博社的记者朋友这是我们的外国朋友。
Thank you for your question. Indeed, this is a question of very high interest, and it is a relevant question. So I'd like to refer this question to Madam Zhang Sun. About the first question, actually, the CAC and other departments have revised the provisions and relevant measures. And according to this latest measure, we've made clear that those activities that may affect or that has affected the national security are subject to cybersecurity review. It is made clear that any platform with access to more than 1 million users' personal information must file a declaration to the review office before going foreign listing. And according to the measures I mentioned, the review will focus on assessing the risks of core data, important data, or large quantity of personal information being stolen, leaked, destroyed, or illegally used or illegally exported. It will also focus on the risks of critical IT infrastructure, core data, important data, or large quantity of personal information being affected, controlled, or abused by foreign governments, and the risks concerning cyber information security. We support enterprises in China in seeking financing in overseas capital markets in accordance with laws and regulations. Opening up is China's basic national policy, and openness is a distinctive feature of today's China. China's commitment to expanding high-level opening up and to sharing development opportunities with the world remain unchanged. Our commitment to promoting more open, inclusive, mutually beneficial, balanced, and win-win economic globalization remain unchanged. Thank you for the question. That's the first question. And for the second question,
in July last year, in order to forestall national data security risks, safeguard national security, and protect public interests, and in accordance with the cybersecurity national security law and cybersecurity law, and based on the cybersecurity review measures, the Cybersecurity Review Office has launched a cybersecurity review against DD. And going forward, we will instruct and urge DD company to do a good job in rectification and eliminate the related risks and potential dangers, and also enhance law enforcement in cybersecurity, data security, and protection of personal information. And we will crack down on illegal acts that endanger national security, data security, and infringes on people's personal information in accordance with law so as to safeguard cybersecurity, data security, public interest, and also the legitimate rights and interests of the general public. Thank you. Next question.
谢谢主持人。那个总台央视记者提问。去年习近平关于网络强国论述摘编出版发行。
In 2021, the book that Xi Jinping on building China's strengths in cyberspace was published. The book features General Secretary Xi Jinping's in-depth thinking, clear requirements, and major instructions on relevant work. Could you talk about the understanding of General Secretary Xi Jinping's important ideas on relevant work? Thank you.
谢谢总台央视的记者朋友。这个网信事业之所以
The cyber-related work has made historic progress, and we realized some historic transformation. All these are fundamentally made possible by the guidance of Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics for a new era, especially his important thought on building China's strengths in cyberspace. So I'd like to invite Mr. Yang to answer this question. Indeed, this is a very important question. Since the 18th Party Congress, General Secretary Xi Jinping has put forward a series of new ideas, new observations, and new strategies on cyber-related affairs, forming the important thought on building China's strengths in cyberspace. This important thought features 5 elements. First is high relevance for the times. The important thought is, as we can see that the world is going through changes unseen in a century, and the world is also embracing the transformation empowered by information technology. And the important thought on building China's strengths in cyberspace is an important part of Xi Jinping's thought on socialism with Chinese characteristics. We can call it a cyber chapter of that important thought. it is also an important guidance and that points the way forward for our actions. Second is practical importance. This important thought was based on General Secretary Xi's rich experience as local and central leaders. As early as during his work in Zhengding, Hebei, he pointed out that science and technology is the key and information is of high importance. He keenly grasped the future development trend of the intelligence century. In Fujian, he made the strategic decision of building digital Fujian, which now becomes the starting point for the building of a digital China. In Zhejiang, he worked actively to promote the building of digital Zhejiang. So we can see now that Zhejiang is leading in terms of digital development in the country. The important thought on building China's strength in cyberspace put forward following the 18th Party Congress has enabled historic achievements and transformation in our endeavor in this regard. And now China is indeed becoming a leading country in cyberspace. Third is creativity. General Secretary Xi Jinping's important thought on building China's strength in cyberspace features a series of original ideas and decisions, clarifying the important status of the construction of building China's strength in the cyberspace, and he has laid out a scientific system of thinking with sophisticated and rich contents. Fourth, people orientation. It highlights a people-centered approach and the importance to enhance people's sense of fulfillment, happiness, and security in the development of information technology. Fifth is its international influence. The four-point principle for the global development and governance of Internet and the 5 proposals for building a community with a shared future in cyberspace put forward by General Secretary Xi Jinping has pointed out the basic principles and practical path for international cyberspace security and development. It is an important guidance for action that have been well received and applauded by many countries in the world. So, we deeply believe that in today's world, General Secretary Xi Jinping has a profound and sober understanding and a long-term and in-depth thinking about relevant work. It reflects his deep and profound understanding of the trend of the times, as well as his sense of responsibility to enhance the party's governance capacity and strength. It also embodies the broad vision and the broad-mindedness of General Secretary Xi as a leader of a major country who is seeking peaceful development for the world and progress for mankind. Thank you. Next question.
谢谢路透社。第一个问题。
First question, to promote the building of China's strengths in the cyberspace, what measures or adjustment will China make in terms of the review of platform operators, as well as will there be any changes in regulations? And according to President Xi's important instruction on building China's strengths in cyberspace and enhancing cybersecurity. Cybersecurity is identified as a top priority in this regard. So, what will relevant departments do, or what technologies will be used to improve the monitoring and early warning capabilities to promote cybersecurity?
谢谢路透社的外国朋友。
Thank you for the
互联网
question.
企业的规范发展、健康发展、
The sound and well-regulated as well as sustainable
内外
development
普
of
遍关注。
cyber enterprises is a topic of high
刚才
interest
在问题里讲的，
for
这个
many
网络安全工作
parties.
也是我们
Indeed,
网信工作的
cybersecurity
重中之重。
is a
下面
top
我来回
priority
答
in our work.
路透社记者朋
So,
友的这两个问题。
Please allow me to share
近年
some
来
of my
中央
observations
网
on
信
these
办
two
以
questions.
及相关部门
In recent
完
years,
善监
the
管手段，
CAC as well
提
as
升
relevant
监管效
departments
能，
have improved
出台了一系
regulatory
列的政
means
策法
and
规，
enhanced our
为推动互
effectiveness
联网
in
企业
regulation.
健
We
康持
introduced
续
a
发展
series of
保
policies
驾
and
护航。
regulations
这
to
些有力
promote
举
the
措
healthy
进
and
一步明
sustainable
确了规
development
则，
of
划
enterprises
清了
in
底
this
线，
sector.
规
These
范了秩
measures
序，
clarified the
为企
rules,
业发
draw the
展
bottom
设
line,
置
set
好
the
红绿
order,
灯，
and installed traffic
约束
light
了一些
for
互
the
联网企
development
业
and
的
growth
不
of
规范
these
行为，
enterprises.
同时
These measures
也
addressed the
填补了
malpractices
监
of
管
some
真空
internet
地带，
enterprises
消除了
and
企业
filled
发
the
展的风险
regulatory
隐患，
vacuum
有利于
in the
互联
long
网
run,
企业
thus
深化改革，
eliminating the
强化
risks
管理，
facing
规范
businesses
运营，
and are
更
conducive
加健
for
康、
the reform,
有序、
management,
可持续的
well-regulated
发
operation
展
and
壮
more
大。
healthy,
中央
sustainable
网信办
development
作为
of
中央
these
网信委的
companies.
办事机构，
The
是统
CAC
筹协调
as
网
a
信事业发展的
coordinating
职能
department
部门，
under the
促
Cyber
进互联网
Affairs
企业
Office
健康持续发展，
leading group
始终
has
是我
stepped
们
up
肩负的
to
一
our
项重要
responsibility
使命。
of promoting the
我们将会
healthy and
同相关
sustainable
部门
development of
认真学
internet
习贯彻习近平
enterprises.
总书记的
We will
重要
work
指
with
示精神
relevant
和
departments,
党中央
earnestly
的
study
决
and
策部署，
implement the spirit
坚
of
持
General
两个
Secretary
毫
Xi
不动
Jinping's
摇，
important
深入推
instructions
进公平
on
竞
relevant
争
work,
政策实
support
施，
both
持
SOEs
续
and
打造
non-SOEs,
市场化、
implement fair
法治
competition
化、
policies,
国际
and
化的
continue
营
to
商环
build
境，
a
一如既往关心
market-oriented
支
and
持
law-based
互联网企
business
业的
environment
健
up
康
to
发展，
international standards.
做大做
We
强。
will always support
我
the
们将
healthy
加强
development
政
of
企的
internet
对接交
companies,
流，加
enhance
强会
exchanges
企
with
政策的
businesses,
统筹协
strengthen the
调，加
coordination
强
of
政策宣
pro-business
传和
policies,
舆论引导，
enhance policy
进一步完善
communication,
与企业
and
的联系沟
further
通机
improve
制，
our
大力
contact
支持企业参与
mechanisms
“十
with
四五”
enterprises.
网信规划
We
的
will
重大项目、
strongly
重大
support
工程。
these
我们将
enterprises'
坚持促进
participation
发展
in the
和
major
监管
projects
规范并
identified by
行，
the 14th
政策
Five-Year
引导
Plan.
和
We
依法
will
管
enhance
理
both
并举，社
facilitation
会
and
效益
regulation,
和
both
经济
policy
效益
guidance
并
and
重，
lawful regulation.
探索
We
创
will
新
balance
监管
economic
标
and
准
social
和模式，
benefits,
加
explore
强
new regulatory
企业
standards
网
and
络安全
models,
保障，
strengthen
构建
the
亲
security
情
of
政商关系，
business
依
internet,
法
build
维
a
护
close
互联网
and
企
clean
业和
relationship
企业
between
家的
businesses
合
and
法权
government,
益，切
safeguard
实
the
营造
legitimate rights and
健康向
interests
上、
of internet
干事
enterprises,
创业的
and
好氛围。
create a healthy and entrepreneurial atmosphere.
习近平总书记指出，
General
没有
Secretary
网
Xi
络安
Jinping
全，
pointed
就
out
没有
that
国家安全，
cybersecurity is
就
critical
没
for
有
national
经济社
security
会的
and
稳
for
定
the
运
steady
行，广大人民的群众利益
economic
也
and
难
social
以得到保
development.
障。
It is also important
全国网信
for
系统坚
maintaining
持
the
发展
interests
和安全
of
同
the
步
public.
推进，
We will
加强
promote
网络
both
安全保障
development
体
and
系和能
security,
力建设，
strengthen the system
推动
and
全社
capacity
会
building
网
for
络安全意识
cybersecurity,
和
and
防
promote
护能力明显
cybersecurity
增强，
awareness and
不断
production
强化网络安全
capabilities.
工作基础，
We will
健
strengthen the
全
foundation
国
for
家网络安全
cybersecurity,
应急
improve
体
the
系，
national
全面提升
cybersecurity
网络安
emergency
全
response
开始感
mechanism,
知、
enhance
事件分析、
cybersecurity
追踪
situational
溯源、
awareness,
应
event
急
analysis,
处置能力，
tracing, and
推
emergency
动形
response
成多
capabilities,
方参
and
与、
foster
优势互
a
补、
sound
融合发
cybersecurity
展的网
environment
络安
featuring
全良性生
multi-participation,
态。
mutual
谢谢。
reinforcement, and integrated development.
继续提
Thank
问。
you. Next question.
谢主持人，人民网记者提问：
Thank you. I'm with People's Daily. President Xi Jinping emphasized that the positive energy is very important and we need to exercise effective management and make good use of the cyberspace. What progress has been made in this regard and what steps will you take to provide more quality contents to the public on the internet? Thank you. The People's Daily is a very important media outlet.
好，谢谢这位记者朋友关注网上内容建设。习
Thank
近平
you
总书
for
记
your
强调，
question.
要把网上舆论
General
工作
Secretary Xi Jinping
当作
has emphasized
宣传
that
思
the
想
work
工作的
on
重中之重
online
来源。
publicity should be the top priority
在中山
of
部统一部署下
communications-related work.
全国
Under
网
the
信系
unified
坚
deployment
持
of the
把
Publicity Department of the
习近平
CPC
总书
Central
记
Committee, we
和
have
习近
made
平新时代中国特色
communicating
社
Xi
会主义
Jinping
思
thought
想
on
网宣传
socialism with Chinese
作为头等
characteristics in
大
a
事
new era to the public
统筹
through
网
online
上传播资
channels
源
as our top
加大
priority. We
优
have
质内容供
coordinated
给
online communications resources,
推出
increased the supply
万山
of
庞博
quality
看古风
contents. We have
牵妈妈的
launched
手等
a
一大
series
批
of
现象级
new media
新媒体
products
作品
such as Hold Mother's Hand
全方
and
位
Looking at the
立
Main
体化
Peak
展
of
现
the Majestic
习近平总
Mountains,
书记
which
大
fully
党大国领袖
demonstrate
风范
General
让
Secretary
党
Xi
的创新
Jinping's
理念
leadership as
飞入寻
head
常
of a
百姓
major
家
party and a major country in all-round manner
我们坚持
and
守正创
introduced
新
the party's innovative
稳中
theories
求
to the
进
public.
精心
We
做
are
好网
committed
上
to
重大
keeping
媒
to
体
the
宣传
correct political
和
direction
动
and
态
seek
议题设计
innovation and seeking progress while
积极推
maintaining
动媒体
stability.
融合
We have worked to
向纵深
publicize
发展
major
加快构
events
建
and topics
网上
online,
网下
actively
一
promoted
体
the development
内
of
宣
media
外宣联动
integration
的
and built a
主流舆
mainstream
论格局
public opinion framework that
牢牢
integrates
占据
both online
舆论
and
引导
offline communications,
思想引领
internal and
文化
external
传承
communications, and
服务
firmly
人民的
follows the
传播
communications
制高点
principle of providing public opinions
围绕庆祝中国
guidance,
共产党
theoretical
成
guidance,
立100周年
inheriting the culture and serving the people.
生态文明建设
Major
脱贫
and
攻坚
important
乡
topics
村振
such
兴
as celebrating the
抗击疫情
centenary of the
等重
founding
大
of
主
the
题
CPC, ecological
推出
civilization
胸怀
building,
先求伟
poverty
业
alleviation,
恰是
rural
百年风华
revitalization,
等
and
一大
COVID
批
response.
网
We
络
have
主题宣
launched
传活动
a series of online
全
programs
面
under the
展
themes
示经济社会
of
各领域
the centenary of the
建设
CPC,
发
A
展
Beautiful
成就
China, travel
凝
with
聚
online
起
media,
奋进新
and
征程
rural
建功新时
revitalization
代
as
的
crucial
磅
for
礴精神
national
力量
rejuvenation. These programs
加
fully
强和改
demonstrate the
进
achievements of social
网络
and
国际传播
economic
工作
development in China.
加快构建
We have
中国
pulled
话语
together more
和
strength
中
for
国叙事
embarking on a
体
new
系
journey and making greater
推出
achievements in the new
中
era.
国有
We
约
have
打卡
strengthened
中国
and
等
improved international
网络
communications
国际
through
传
the
播活动
internet. We have been building
讲好
China's
中国故
discourse
事
and narratives at
讲
a
好
faster
中国共
pace
产党故
and
事
launched theme activities
增强中
online.
华文化
We
感
have
召力
worked to tell the
中国
story of
形象亲
China
和力
and of the Communist Party of
中国话
China,
语说服
enhance
力
the appeal of the
让中
Chinese
国声音
culture, China's
传得更远
affinity, and the
传得更
persuasiveness
广
of Chinese discourse, so that China's voice can
下
be
一步
heard by more people
网
in
上
more
正面宣传
places.
和舆论引导工作
Going forward, our
将紧紧围绕
communications
迎
and
接宣
publicity
传贯
work
彻党的
online
20大
will
这
focus
条
on
主线
welcoming,
科学
publicizing,
把握
and
网络传播规律
implementing
不
the
断推
important
进工
thinkings
作
of
理念
the
方法
20th
手段
National Congress
载
of the
体渠道
CPC, grasp
制
the
度机
laws
制
of online
创新
communications, and continuously
持续深化
promote
习近
innovation
平新时
on
代
work
中国特色
concepts,
社会主义
methods,
思想
channels, and
网上
institutions and
学习
mechanisms.
宣传教育
We'll continue to promote
不断
online
壮
learning
大
and
网上主流
communications
思
of
想
Xi
舆论
Jinping
阵
thought
地
on socialism with Chinese
发
characteristics
展
in the
积
new
极健
era.
康的网络文
Expand the
化
platform for more
加强和
mainstream
改
ideas
进
and public opinions
网络
to
国
be
际传播
expressed
工作
online, develop
切
a
实增
positive
强
and healthy online
网上主流
culture,
舆论
strengthen
传
and
播力
improve online
引导力
international communication
影响力
capabilities,
公信力
and make
让
our
党的声
mainstream
音
public
始终
opinion
成为
be
网
seen
络
by
空
more
间最
people
强音
and be able
以
to
实际
guide
行
and
动
influence
迎接党的
more
20大
people with
胜利召
greater
开
credibility.
谢谢
We will make the party's voice always the strongest one in cyberspace and welcome the success of the 20th National Congress of the CPC with concrete actions. Thank you.
我是凤凰卫视记者。请问党的18大以来，
Thank
国
you.
家
I'm
网
with
信办
Phoenix
在互联
News.
网管理治理
My
方面
question
有怎样的
is,
探索和创新？
what exploration and
当前呢还
innovation
存在哪些
has
问题和
the
挑战？谢谢。
CAC taken since the 18th
谢谢凤凰网
Party
的记者朋友
Congress, and what are the problems
就像
and
刚才
challenges?
这位记者朋友
Thank
提
you
问中
for your
所说的
question.
如
Just
何管网
as
治
you
网
said,
如何
how
应
to
对
manage and
管网治
administer
网面
the
临的新课
cyberspace
题、
well and how to address the new challenges are something that we have been exploring and working on. And I will answer this question. General Secretary Xi Jinping has emphasized that cyberspace administration is part and parcel of governance. All of us have given top priority to Internet ideology in all ideology work. We have strengthened the party's overall leadership over ideology work in cyberspace, enhanced our sense of responsibility and urgency in fulfilling our duties, and strictly implemented Internet ideology responsibility system and effectively safeguarded ideological and political security. Faced with the new challenges brought by the Internet, the Party Central Committee, with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, bearing in mind the great struggle with new historical features, emphasized that online publicity should be the top priority of all communications work, following the principle of positive energy, spreading positive energy while administering and making good use of cybersecurity. We have fully taken the initiative in the work in this regard. First, we have formulated and implemented the detailed rules for the party committee or group online ideology responsibility system and the methods for the implementation of the party committee and group cybersecurity responsibility system so as to realize the party's administration of the Internet. Second, hold fast to the ground. We have strengthened risk awareness and be prepared for the worst-case scenarios. We have established and improved mechanisms and prudently managed various sensitive public opinion emergencies. We have effectively refuted historical nihilism and other wrong values and have been resolute in cleaning up harmful information such as rumors and slanderous remarks and audio and video related to violent extremism. We have strengthened the handling of online tip-offs and built China's Internet joint rumor-refuting platform. Third, strengthened governance. We have improved the comprehensive cyberspace governance system covering leadership management, positive energy, spreading content management, social collaboration, rule of law, governance with the help of energy, etc., and work to transform cyberspace governance from post-management to process management and multi-department management to collaborative management. In doing so, we have integrated both online and offline governance. Fourth, we have reinforced the law in a very strict way. And going forward, we will continue to explore new ways of comprehensive management. First, further strengthen the party's leadership, strengthen top-level design, build online ideology work framework featuring reasonable division of labor and joint management, and manage well the position and our team. Second, improve the comprehensive cyberspace governance capacity, accelerate the building of a comprehensive cyberspace governance system, and give full play to its key and leading role in cyberspace governance, and provide strong support for a good online environment and healthy cyberspace, and for building China's strength in this area. And third, to urge websites and platforms to shoulder their responsibility, starting from improving laws and regulations. We'll focus on key areas and key links, clarify the responsibility of the enterprises, and urge them to shoulder their responsibility of content management. And fourth is to speed up the building of the rule of law in cyberspace. We will continue to increase law enforcement efforts on the Internet, look into and address violations of laws and regulations, improve the results of cyberspace management, and make Internet a factor, making the biggest contribution to the development of the party and the country.
举手，我们最后两个问题吧。好，先远处这位。
谢谢主持人。界面新闻记者提问。 In
recent years, the CAC and other departments have addressed issues such as vulgarism and pornography on the Internet, improper behaviors of fan culture, and violence online. These efforts are recognized and supported by netizens. What has been done to improve the Internet environment, and what are the plans for the future? Thank you for your question. The clean operations conducted by the CAC has conducted a total of more than 30 special campaigns. We have cleared out more than 20 billion pieces of illegal information and many illegal accounts. Next, our Mr. Zhang will answer this question. Improving online environment is an extremely important task of cyberspace management. Over the past decade, under the strong leadership of the Party Central Committee with Comrade Xi Jinping at its core, we have always worked to improve people's sense of fulfillment, happiness, and security, and carried out work to improve the online environment. First, enhance institution building and improve a long-term mechanism in 2020, marked by the promulgation of the regulations on the governance of information and content in cyberspace. We have officially started improving the online environment and adopted a series of laws and regulations. We have issued notices to rectify the improper behaviors of fan groups and to regulate the online information of entertainment stars. These efforts helped reduce irrational fandom. We have formulated and revised regulations on user accounts, public accounts, and applications, etc., and strengthened supervision over the entire process. We have introduced documents on live stream marketing and giving rewards to live stream hosts and refined the criteria for these actions. We have issued opinions on the responsibility of the website, making clear their task and responsibility. These efforts provide a solid institutional guarantee for improving online environment. And of course, there are more regulations and documents in this regard, and I will not provide a complete list here. And second, we have strengthened daily supervision with the goal of achieving lasting effects. We have worked with the platforms to make sure they show their due responsibility. We have urged the platforms to improve rules making and work to address the key problems. We have focused on key areas, important processes and web pages, and cracked down on the deeply rooted problems in cyberspace. For those who have not been able to rectify their serious problems, we have dealt with them seriously and exposed them to the public. And we have also looked into the root causes of the problems and the legal chains in cyberspace, addressing the problems at root. Third, we have carried out special operations, and the clean operation has achieved remarkable results. The Clean Operation Qinglang, or Clean Operation, has become a banner in combating all kinds of cyberspace problems. For each year's special operation, we will conduct extensive research and careful deployment. We have carried out special operations to address problems with the fan groups, paid posters, live stream short videos, cyber violence, and the online environment for minors. In 2021, special operations have cleared more than 22 million pieces of illegal and improper information, disposed of 1.34 billion accounts, removed more than 2,160 apps and small apps, and shut down more than 3,200 websites. And in this process, many platforms have collaborated with us to improve the online environment. I think we can all have a feeling that the environment on the internet has been improved. And going forward, we'll focus on the outstanding problems that people have shared with us, further strengthen overall coordination, solve key difficulties, and create a clean and healthy cyberspace for netizens.
好，那我们最后一题吧。
谢谢主持人，南方都市报记者提问。我的问题是关于构建网络空间命运共同体。想请问网络协办在这方面做了哪些工作，取得哪些成效？今年7月，世界互联网大会
What has been done in this regard and what results has been achieved? The World Internet Conference has been set up, and what are the development visions for this international organization? Thank you for your question. We have hosted the World Internet Conference for 8 consecutive years. And just in last month, we have established the international organization of the World Internet Conference. And Madam Xi will answer this question. Thank you for your question. In December 2015, President Xi Jinping attended the Second World Internet Conference, and in his opening remarks, he put forward for the first time building a community of shared future in cyberspace, which was widely recognized by the international community. Under the guidance of this concept, we have built a sense of community and carried out work in the following 4 aspects. First, building a community of shared development. We have actively promoted the building of global information infrastructure and created an open, fair, just, and non-discriminatory digital development environment. We have promoted the full and balanced implementation of the APEC Internet and Digital Economy Roadmap and the Putrajaya Vision. We have worked to make digital economy be listed as an important topic for the first time at the G20 Hangzhou Summit and adopted the G20 Digital Economy Development and Cooperation Initiative. Together with relevant countries, we have introduced the initiative on Belt and Road Digital Economy Cooperation. Second, building a community with shared security. We have signed a memorandum of cooperation on cybersecurity with relevant authorities in Indonesia and Thailand, among others. We have established partnerships with 265 cybersecurity emergency response organizations in 78 countries and regions. We have actively carried out international exchanges and cooperation on data governance to promote the secure and free cross-border flow of data. Third, building a community of shared responsibility. We support jointly promoting the process of international governance on cyberspace under the framework of the UN and have participated in events such as the UN Internet Governance Forum. We have been strengthening international exchanges and cooperation in cyberspace. For example, we have hosted the China-UK Internet Roundtable, the China-Germany Dialogue on Internet Economy, and the China-Africa Internet Development and Cooperation Forum. We have released the China-Africa Initiative to build a community of shared future in cyberspace and introduced the China-Africa Digital Innovation Partnership Program. Fourth, building a community of shared interests. We have been working with the international community to bridge the digital divide and helping developing economies improve broadband access. We have hosted the APEC Digital Poverty Reduction Seminar to make positive contributions to poverty eradication in the Asia-Pacific region. We have released a report with UNICEF, carried out international cooperation on online safety for minors, and made positive contributions to the implementation of the 2030 Agenda for Sustainable Development. On the basis of successfully holding the World Internet Conferences in the town of Wuzhen for 8 consecutive years, we have established the International Organization of the World Internet Conference. This is consistent with the trend of the information age in response to the international community's call for more dialogue and cooperation in cyberspace. On July 12th, President Xi Jinping sent a letter congratulating the founding of this international organization, in which he expressed the hope that the World Internet Conference will promote consultation through dialogue and exchanges and promote sharing through pragmatic cooperation and contribute wisdom and strength to the global development and governance of the Internet. President Xi Jinping's congratulatory letter pointed out the direction and outlined the vision for the future development of this international organization. The World Internet Conference was initiated in China, and it belongs to the world. It is a common platform for the big Internet company. As the host country, China will provide support and facilitation for the high-quality operation of this international organization. Thank you. Thank you all for your participation. Today's press conference concludes. Thank you.
All right, so that was China's cyberspace authorities briefing the media on the progress made in the past decade. And the officials said at the press conference the number of internet users in China has risen to 1.03 billion in 2021 from 564 million in 2012. And with the internet penetration rate increasing from 42.1% in 2012 to 73% in 2021. And China has maintained advantage in research and areas such as 5G, big data, AI, and blockchain. And the country will continue to ensure innovation and also promote industrial transformation in cyberspace. And also China's digital economy has quadrupled since 2012. And according to the officials, in terms of cybersecurity, China will continue to adopt necessary measures such as supervision of Chinese firms seeking foreign listings to ensure data privacy protection. And this year, the cybersecurity review measures have been officially launched to curb all or to contain all the possible or potential cybersecurity challenges. And for more analysis